Nah, but for real, I gotta thank both of y'all brothers, man, for having the platform that y'all have. And I want to tell y'all something right now. I don't tell a lot of niggas this, and she's my witness. Shit, Fred even my witness. I've been knowing Fred for a while.
Since Epic Bar.
Bro, listen. What y'all are doing, y'all cannot stop. It's a responsibility. I'm not telling you that because I'm telling you like, don't stop, keep going. No, fuck all that. Nigga, you gotta keep doing this shit.
Yeah.
Because y'all are changing, even though you may not know it, you're changing the narrative of the city.
Gotcha.
So y'all, this is a responsibility. It's like having a superpower and somebody over there right now is getting robbed and you don't do shit.
Right.
You had the power to stop that. You know what I mean? But you didn't. So that's your fault.
Right. So
nigga, you got the power to change the narrative of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So
I respect that. I appreciate you saying that.
Real shit. Like I just wanted to tell
you.
You
know what? That's what we cheering to, man. Well, now we cheering to that. Let's go. Everybody get their glasses. We got Miss Secret in the background.
You know what I'm saying?
Fred in the building. Holding it alive. Shout out to y'all.
Hold up. You
already know. Put Through Podcast, episode 45. Not
mention hip hop in this motherfucking city without mentioning HighStrung. HighStrung. Now, fuck me. Everything I do in the studio is for y'all. Everything I do on that stage is for y'all. Everything. I'm setting up shop and knocking my competition smooth out of the box till the word can't be removed. I'm on the blog and say that.
What's good in the hood? This is For the Thrill Podcast, episode 45. I am your host, MC Thrillz. Special co-host Los in the building, and then I got the main guest of the evening. We got HighStrung in this bitch. You heard?
The one and only impeccable HighStrung, man. Episode 45. Bye.
Let's go. HighStrung. Usually I have the guests just introduce themselves because we all got different audiences. Right. One thing I say about my city, the world's bigger than my city. Right. The world's bigger than Texas. The world's like we gotta reach out other than local. And I see you've been doing your thing. So just introduce to those people that don't know who you are. Let them know a little bit about HighStrung.
What's good, man? Y'all already know what it is. Like I said, man, I'm HighStrung. You know what I'm saying? I run a label called FlyZone. You know what I mean? Because we stay fly in our zone. I've been doing a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? I move around a lot. You know what I mean? And I'm loving what I'm doing right now. I got an album, you know what I'm saying? My last album just did major numbers. Got a new album coming out, Rose from the Concrete. We're going to talk about that. And yeah, man, y'all can get a lot from me today. You know what I mean? I'm excited to be here. Thank y'all for
I appreciate you.
For sure.
You know, for sure. I actually met you through Blackout. We met back at one of his shows.
I remember that episode.
Yeah. And so, you saw this?
Y'all had the red dominoes.
Oh, yeah. You went live. That's right.
Crazy.
Yeah, I got the For the Thrill dominoes and shit.
Yeah. He's spanking his ass in dominoes.
Oh, yeah? Okay. You tell him right now.
That guy be spanking your ass in dominoes. He gonna kill me for that.
Oh, shit. Shout out Miss Treese for creating those dominoes for me. That was lit. The reason I got you on is you went live. So what made me click is basically when I see someone doing something positive, I fuck with them. And I've been seeing you do the school thing, blah, blah, blah. So I was watching you live and explain more, but this is what triggered me. You was on the live and you said something about a student, went back home, said something that wasn't, they misinterpreted something, which happens because it's children, you know. Supposedly misinterpreted, someone said you did a song with NBA YoungBoy.
Right.
Okay, but you just said you met NBA YoungBoy.
Right.
And then it turned into a big thing where people talking about this and that, right?
Yeah, it was. So you know what I'm saying. Basically, man, I go to a lot of different schools. I started a program. I took the end of my name, Strong, and started a program called Strong on Knowledge.
Oh, okay,
instead of being strong on drugs and strong on this, be strong on knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
That's lit.
And we go to a lot of different schools, and you know, I never really had a problem. And I'm one of those artists here that if we just being real, you know what I'm saying, that they have never seen me in a positive light. I ain't never been robbed, my chain snatched, slapped in my face, none of that shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Cause I come solid, you feel what I'm saying? So niggas is looking for niggas that not maybe getting the clout that they want.
They want to post it there.
They want to see negative light on somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of the guys that they would love to see something negative happen to. You know what I'm saying? And I think that this kid, you know what I'm saying, I went and you know, kids, you go introduce yourself as the artist, but they want to know who else you know.
Right.
Because they may not know you like that. Right. They may know, you know what I'm saying? Right. So the kid was like, who else, what other rappers have you met? And there was a bunch of kids there asking the same thing. And I had showed them pictures of me and Kodak Black, me and NBA YoungBoy, this and that. And I said, yeah, I met NBA YoungBoy. So I guess the kid went home and got super excited and was like, Dad.
As kids are.
You know what I'm saying?
And they over-exaggerate.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They over-exaggerate. He's a kid. You know what I mean? My kids do it all the time. Like, you know what I mean? So you know, she, I mean, I guess the kid went home and was like, Dad, this rapper HighStrung came to our school today, you know, and he did a song with NBA YoungBoy. And so the dad, I don't know if he's a rapper or what, I don't even really know the parent, but I know that, you know, whatever the dad was, he went and talked to another rapper, you know what I'm saying, a dude that I don't care to mention, but I call him Lil Buddy. He went and told Lil Buddy, you know what I'm saying, something, and then Lil Buddy, yeah, you know what I'm saying, nah, we ain't gonna do that, you know, he don't deserve that, but Lil Buddy went and told the blog,
shout out Lil Buddy,
you know what I'm saying, and views from the tone. And I think what upset me is that it had to involve a kid. I just didn't want it to get back to the kid, and the kid feel like I put HighStrung through this when all I was doing was being excited and I'm sorry I said through it. So I never, usually when things are said about me on the internet, I don't involve myself.
But this is different.
But it was different. It had to involve a kid. And to me, that I felt like, and I still feel that it was horrible parenting on that person's part to be able to go run and tell somebody that might take it to the blogs, which they did. They took it to Views from the Tone, and then they posted about it. And then what upset me was niggas that shake my hand. I host in Bentley's, I host in different spots. Niggas that shake my hand and tell me all the time, hey, Strong, you really putting on for our city, you doing certain things. Couldn't wait to get on there and put the laughing faces and jump on it. And it was like, damn, nigga, I just seen you. You was just showing me love.
You're not even defending me in the post.
And I think it was it wasn't really embarrassing on that part, but it was embarrassing for me too, because I show genuine love. When you show me love, even if I don't feel like you're doing nothing, I'm gonna still be like, hey, bro, keep striving, keep doing your thing. But if you are doing something, I'm going out of my way to tell you, hey, my nigga, hey, what you doing too though is, you know what I mean? And so I felt like there were some of those people that I did do that for, and that I felt like that they was just like quick to jump on a post, and then, you know, it got reposted by some people, and they was like, well, I didn't know who it was. Man, you knew who they was talking about when they reposted it, because my name had already been out there. And then when they was tagging, they said that the only people that I know was doing people at schools was Kylie and HighStrung. And you know what I'm saying? Then you have people on there like, well, I seen Kylie, this and that, but HighStrung be capped to me. And you know, you have people like that was just trying to come. There was
other people you know personally, or
well, I don't know some of them personally, but some of them that I know them well enough. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
And they do things out here too. So it just kind of was like, damn, bro.
Well, see, that's what that's what triggered me to get you on, because at the end of the day, like, I fuck with positivity. I fuck with people because it look like you doing something positive and they try to spin it for a negative.
Yeah.
You out helping kids. You said Trump for knowledge. Shout out to that. And they trying to spin your narrative to make you look bad. Honestly, keeping it real, I think it's off your interview. They trying to get a little buzz off your Shady 45 interview.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The other thing is when you said a lot of podcasters out here don't want you to get on their show and talk that shit.
Right.
What pushed that? Like, what is it that they don't want you to talk about? You can say what the fuck you want on here about.
Right.
I don't care. No filter. For the Throw podcast.
Right. And I'm the type of person, I don't ever backtrack on nothing I say. It's just because if I said it, then I meant it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How I delivered it may not have been how I wanted to deliver it. And we could talk about that. I'm a man, I'm a solid dude. You can always talk to me. I tell niggas all the time, bro, I'd rather have a conversation. But we could take it anywhere you want to take it. You know what I'm saying? I don't fear nothing, nobody. You know what I'm saying? But I don't also walk out here like I'm the hardest nigga alive. I'm not some nigga trying to be that. I'm a man of peace. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you gotta respect me as a man, because I'm gonna give you that same respect. And I think for me, a lot of podcasts, like if we start naming like stuff in the city, people really putting on for the tone and stuff like that, bro, my name has to come up in conversation. You know what I'm saying? That I'm the first artist to ever go on Shade 45. And again, you can't pay for that. My manager didn't pay for that. I didn't pay for that. That was an interview we worked on.
Hey, shout out to Secret. She doing her thing.
And big shout out to my manager, Secret. And then you know, it was and then my last album did 500,000 streams and downloads. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's things that I'm never trying to. The things that I'm trying to.
Hell yeah!
The things that I'm trying
to. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, no deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I still get paid off of that. And like, the thing is that I always say stuff to motivate and inspire. Right. But I think that I'm still learning how to deliver it to where people don't feel like I'm trying to come off as braggadocious or you know what I'm saying, or trying to be in your face with it. But nigga, I bought a Benz and I bought my apartment and everything I got right now off of music. I don't know too many niggas that can say that.
You see that shit?
Know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's a real
like,
shit.
And I don't work a 9 to 5. Niggas can research me. You can pull up to me from 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. to whatever time you feel that I think this nigga gonna be going to work. I'm not going to work. I'm at home. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so what you think is the issue then? Like, because if anything, if you go on all these people podcasts, if anything, they should promote them. So what do you think is the issue that they don't want you to say certain shit, or they don't want you on these other podcasts?
To be honest, I'm really trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I heard Nipsey say, and Nipsey's one of my biggest influences. And I heard Nipsey say, that your career only gonna go as far as your respect. You feel me? So I feel like that. I don't know if if I ain't done enough gangster shit, or if I ain't done enough, cause my music ain't really all on that. I can tell you about experience and shit that I've been through, but it ain't. You know, it's about everything. It's about life. It's about the life of a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause at the end of the day, no matter what you are, a gangster, a bookworm, you a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm rapping about. So I feel like that the podcast, bro, I don't know what it is, but it's no reason for them not to bring me on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of them that I can name that hasn't brought me on. But when it comes to other shit, they quick to throw my name out there, like Views from the Tone. I don't have a problem with J. Ross or Views. But I do have a problem that when there's some negative light being shared, you quick to post about me. But you ain't gave me one time to be able to tell my side.
Pull up.
You know what I'm saying? Like every story has two sides. Really three. They got the truth, his side, and your side. You feel what I'm saying? So you ain't never give me a chance to tell my side. And there's a lot of podcasts out here. And honestly, I had a podcast of my own. I still have one. You know what I'm saying? Which is Trill Talk No Cap.
Okay.
It's a lot of people don't know that a lot of podcasts got started because of me. I had niggas that didn't have a podcast yet and asked me how to get started, and I gave them I put them on.
Blueprint.
You know what I'm saying? And there's at least two that I know for sure that were popular that aren't really surfacing anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Now these other ones, so I know how it works. But see, with me, I never discriminated against the if I don't like a person or not.
Right.
Are you grinding?
Right.
It was niggas on my podcast that I once used to have a disagreement with.
Right.
I brought one nigga on that's my nigga now, Lee Money, and we only partners because I brought him on the podcast. We disagreed on everything on the internet. And then I said, you know what? I said, fuck it, come to my podcast, bro. I'm not gonna talk to you like this.
Right.
We gonna talk on the podcast, and we had a great conversation. And I find out this nigga mind is different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I never would have had that type of idea about this man had I not brought him on.
Well, see, that's what I learned about like doing the podcast, like is pod in the general. Like I said, this is episode 45. I always I meet new people, strangers all the time, and I build bonds with people. And then after the pod, we cool, we straight. But bringing it back to why I brought you on, I want you to have clear the air. And like, I'm not from here, so I shouldn't be y'all local podcasters should be doing this. Y'all should be putting HighStrung on and let him state his story, his situation, because at the end of the day, he from Texas. He from out here. Y'all should be showing him love, especially what he doing out here. He's helping. See, the big thing is the kids. Strong is knowledge. How's it strong is knowledge? Strong on knowledge. Like that's dope. So that's like one of the main things. I'm like, yo, I gotta get this guy on. And like fuck the negativity, bro.
We getting booked like in other cities. Like we just got back from El Paso because they booked us just hearing what we doing now. We on all the military installations that have kids and after school programs. They're bringing us on now. And again, this was because I never had a rapper go to my school. You know how we came up. That was unheard of. We had some old ass doctor that didn't understand what we was going through in the streets and that could not understand. Like we respected them, but it was like, nigga, I ain't trying to be no doctor, and you don't know what the fuck I got to deal with when this bell ring.
Right, when you walk out here, so either you going to your crib and dealing with some shit, or you going in the streets and dealing with some shit.
You know what I mean? The only thing I'm worried about a doctor is I hope I don't got to go see you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was just different. So I was like, if I had a rapper go to my school, it would have changed my perspective, especially one that's trying to tell me that I'm not telling y'all to rap. I told them, like, I go into school and I tell all the principals, like, look, I'm not changing my social media. You see somebody on there doing what they do, smoke, whatever, that's my life. But I'm gonna tell you that what I do for the kids is different. I don't go in there with, hey guys, keep your head up. Now I go in there like, look, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with y'all. If y'all don't pass this STAR test, y'all gonna be stuck out here. And I know a lot of y'all do.
Well, like you see, like if you compare that to 50 Cent. Well, if you compare 50 Cent through his background and they try to put it all together, it's gonna look crazy. But at the end of the day, that's who he is. He's a businessman, but he's from the streets. Yeah. So that's how I see it when you say that. Yeah. You can still be who you are and you lived your life. And like I was telling my brother earlier, I was like, you could be humble, but you also could be a savage. Yeah. Those two things could coexist.
Because you're human. You could be multiple. I have people tell me that how can you talk to the kid. I had actually a female tell me, that's funny, I never mentioned this shit before either.
Oh, but it was funny.
Y'all. Yeah, it was funny because a female had told me, she was like, I guess she was upset because I didn't want to talk to her in that way, right? So she said, how can you talk to kids and this and that, young girls, and you be a womanizer? I was like, I'm not a womanizer though. I keep it 100. If I don't want to be with you, I'm gonna tell you that. But the thing is that I could do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I could speak peace to you right now, and the nigga rubbed me the wrong way, and I slapped the shit out of him in the corner. I thought you was peaceful. I am.
Yeah,
but that was disrespect.
I think
you know what I'm saying?
There's a point
so I could be a lot of things. You know what I mean?
People hit that point because like when I was younger, I wasn't thinking that way. I was just wilding out, and then I got to the point where like I could do both. I could be humble. I could do what I do. Not if there's a situation there that I know I don't have to answer, I'm not gonna answer it.
Right.
But it's all about your experiences and what you've been through. So what kind of like artists you reminded me of, like just based off with the way you talk, it's like a J. Cole. J. Cole is one of my top 5 rappers.
Man, I appreciate that. That's a compliment.
Yeah, because what you're saying based off of who you are, but how you rap, J. Cole, you know, he been through some shit, but he don't rap about all the bullshit.
Yeah.
That's what I compare it to based off of who
that's love. I appreciate that.
And like I said, he's one of my top 5. So like he represents positivity. Everybody knows J. Cole, he represents positivity, but he can talk his shit.
Yeah.
He can talk his shit.
Yeah. So. And I also think that J. Cole, like, as much as he also makes it be known, I'm just not the nigga to run up on. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'd be like, we can take it there. And that's kind of how I am, bro. Like, I don't promote violence, and I'll tell you, like, people will say, like, you will hear some things in my songs of situations, but that's a situation that actually happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it might sound violent, but my stories are, they're happy, they're violent, they're exciting, they're scary. You know what I'm saying? That we have to have this persona. Me and my manager talk about this all the time. That she said she feel bad for men because we have to have this persona as a protector, and we can't be scared. No, we're very much scared. Every time we got to do something that's out of the ordinary or out of, you know what I'm saying? But once you strategically know how to move, you know what I'm saying? You start realizing that how to not put yourself in so many scary situations. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's how I've learned.
I'm glad you brought that up because my father, my grandfather, they were real hard asses.
Yeah.
So like growing up, it was more like, yo, like my grandpa, he never hugged me. Like my grandpa was always like you gonna shake my hand. Like it was never like that type of love. So I get what your manager was saying when it comes to that, because as men, especially like, well, I would say our age. Mind if I ask how old you are?
Yeah, I don't ever tell it.
Oh no, it can be.
I'm in my 30s.
So we around the same. So that's why growing up in our generation, that's the situation. That's how we were raised, and that's why we like that. Now, so now like in this generation, we young as fuck. But in this generation, it's not the same. Like now, it's changing. Whereas mental health is a big thing. Yeah. But we wasn't raised on that. So that makes sense what you was saying.
Most definitely. But I've learned to tap into like my emotion and understand that it's okay. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about a nigga judging me on being an emotional person. I think that I wear my heart on my sleeve.
When did that change for you?
Honestly, the closer me and my pops got. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, me and my pops has always been in my life. My pops never was one of the niggas that disappeared and then he came back. Like my dad's been there 100%, but we didn't always see eye to eye when I was a teenager, and that's mostly my fault. You know what I'm saying? Because I was dealing with shit that they didn't raise me like. But I also had niggas I was riding for that showed me their loyalty, and I was loyal to them. That's where I got my name from. It's actually funny. HighStrung is because it was given to me as a neighborhood name because to be HighStrung means you do too much. You're doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I would fight. My niggas was Bloods, and I would fight their fights. You know what I'm saying? To the point that Crips thought I was Blood, but I wasn't. I was just fighting for the homies that I was around. And one of the OGs one time told me
So why the Crips thought you was Blood? Because you was fighting for them?
Because the neighborhood we was from. So in Killeen, you got 4 neighborhoods. It's LB, Long Branch, 4-1, Willow, and Heather Glen, which is my hood. You know what I'm saying? And Heather Glen didn't get along with LB. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of
give the audience perspective.
So there's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It's a very tight knit. Imagine taking everybody in New York and shoving them into a small space. It's fucking it's gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how it was. It was just a pool of just niggas that everybody thinks they the man.
And it's in Killeen,
and everybody
Texas?
got that. Yeah, in Killeen, Texas. And you know, I feel like that the OG told me one time. He said you couldn't go, and I was like, what? He was like, bro. He was like, I got a question to ask you. You're not even gang. But you
the OG of the Bloods?
The OG of the Bloods. He came to me one day. He never talks to nobody directly, but one day he told me to come here. Yeah. And I was rocking with my nigga CJ, and CJ was like, shit, go over there, nigga. He ain't gonna ask twice. So I was like, alright, so.
This was a high school?
We were still in high school. He wasn't.
I got you.
He was just a nigga that was like,
he was OG.
You know what I'm saying? So I went up to him and he was like, yo, like, I got a question to ask you. And I thought it was gonna be some shit like to be initiated in the thing. I was gonna tell him no, type of shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, nah, man. He was like, I got a question to ask you, bro. You fight I see you fighting and carrying on and hanging with these niggas all the time. Not even just fighting, but just hanging with these niggas. Why? And I was like, because I was like, because I come from a place where you fight for the man next to you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go somewhere with somebody, you ride for that nigga. Right. If that nigga came with you, your responsibility is his responsibility. His responsibility is your responsibility. Right. That's just that's just what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, he was like, okay, but he's like, bro, you be a bit high-strung, like certain shit.
So he gave, like, he pushed the name on you? Is that where it came about? Like
yeah, he kind of started it, and then everybody kind of heard the conversation that we was having, and then they kind of started saying strong. Gotcha. So every time we'd be on the basketball court, or certain people niggas be like, hey, strong, what's up, what? And it kind of became like a thing. Like, yeah. So that's originally how I got the name.
And then you pulled it into the rap scene.
And then I pulled it into the rap scene. So I always was into basketball, but I knew I wasn't going to the league and shit. I was just really good. I got into like the N1 mixtapes and shit. I was really good at doing the slip and slide.
On the N1?
No, I actually no, I never was on the N1 mixtape. Like,
it's something else for them to...
Yeah, something else there. Don't go on the blog and say that HighStrung said he was on N1. Because y'all niggas gonna watch, they gonna go watch volume 1 through 7 looking for me and shit. Like, nah, is that the nigga in the crowd?
I saw every single one of them episodes. Bro.
But nah, man, I always like used to watch them hoes, and I was into that shit. Like I got really known for dribbling. Like I was really quick at dribbling. I really could do like the slip and slide, throw the ball around me, do the flick thing, make niggas turn around. Like I got really cold with that in street ball. Right. And so you know what I'm saying? But I didn't have a passion for it. Gotcha. Like niggas would like be like, damn nigga, you probably could go to the league, or you could. I'd be like, nigga, that sounds stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So was your passion for rap back then, or it was?
Yeah, like I was just good. So I started.
So you were still rapping? You was rapping in high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I started rapping in high school. I was writing in high school, but I didn't really. It was other niggas known in school for rapping. You know what I'm saying? That was like way more popular than me. I just how it began with me is I started like making fun of rappers that was out. And I would like turn my hat to the side like this, like T.I. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? It's Grand Hustle Pimp. You know, shit like that. Or I would like,
and then would you rap about that shit?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And I just would rap like them niggas. And like I had a nigga that, like I say, you always got that one solid dude who just be watching from the background. And he came to me, he said, nigga, you be playing, but you actually good at that shit. Like,
is that when it hit off?
And then I kind of thought about it like, damn. And he was like, nigga, like, you got something. I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but it's something there. Right. I don't know if it's funny to you or you think shit.
But he saw something that you didn't see?
Yeah, he always was like upset with me for taking life a joke.
Is this someone like you still cool with?
Yeah, to this day. You know what I'm saying? Me and Greg real close. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, shout out Greg.
But big shout out to my dog Greg Jenkins. You know what I'm saying? But he just always seen something in me early. You know what I'm saying? Then I met my dog CJ when I moved to Heights. You know what I'm saying? And same thing. He was like, yo. You know what I'm saying? I've always been blessed enough to have the friends around me that actually believed in what I was doing. They never, They never once, like, you know what I'm saying? But I tell niggas all the time, it's a gift and a curse to have real friends around you because they gonna give you the real. And it may not be what you want to hear. Like I had a friend named Cutter, shout out to my nigga Cutter. He told me straight up, nigga, I never liked none of your music until you dropped Legacy, which was like my album before my last album. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, and that was years after making music. And he's like, I never bumped none of that
shit. This after high school?
Yeah, this is after high school. When I first moved to the Tone, like in 07.
So you've been in the Tone for a minute now?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I tell niggas all the time, like, you know what I'm saying? Don't come for me when it comes to what side you from. Nigga, I've been on every side. Right. I got at least 4 or 5 fans that I know for sure of on each side of town. You know what I'm saying? So
when you say that, that's why I say, like, I've been out here like a year and a half, but I was out here when I first met. Like most of the artists that came on my podcast, I met them. I used to promote at Ice Lounge back in the day. Yeah. That's how I met Blackout. I met most of the people I know from Ice Lounge.
Yeah,
but
Ice Lounge crazy.
Yeah, Ice Lounge was. I used to, bro. We used to get lit at Ice Lounge. That was the spot. Ron Hicks, he used to be the owner.
Yeah.
When it comes to people coming on, it doesn't matter who you are, what your background is. I'm letting all y'all come on my podcast. Whoever want to come on, it doesn't matter. You blood, you Crip, you fucking a regular person. People don't fuck with you. People fuck with you. Come on my podcast. We can talk about it.
Right.
Like I'm not focused on, oh damn, if you come on my podcast, it's gonna make me look bad. Fuck that. Like I said, when you coming on, let's clear the air.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not the one that should be doing that.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, right? You're definitely right.
Someone else that's popping here should be doing that.
But your platform already, like I said, man, when I first came in here, the energy in here is amazing.
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate
the platform I think that you have. That's why I wanted to come on here and talk my shit and clear the air. Right. Is because I didn't feel comfortable going to nobody else. That's why when you asked me, we talked on Facebook, I was like, absolutely. Because, you know what I'm saying? I already knew. When you know that something is peaceful, if the energy is right, you already know what it's gonna be like. Like I already knew it was gonna be like before I showed up. That's why I was so comfortable when I came in.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
That too.
And that's real. You know what I'm saying? And we need more platforms like this who's not afraid to bring on. Because like I said, most people would not know my background of dealing with, you know, a lot of shit that I dealt with. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't promote that shit.
Right.
I tell niggas all the time, like even the
that's
young niggas I try to talk
to,
I'm like, listen, dog, like real gangsters don't even want to be gangsters. Right. They have a choice. Right. I have niggas right now that was in all that shit they don't want to talk about it. Right. Even when I was trying to bring it up on the conversation, like, hey, remember that? Hey, bro, come on, man.
That's the least of the words. Like, that's the least of the words.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they don't want to talk about that shit. And niggas is out here promoting it. Them niggas that ain't never really been through it. They probably been through one situation in a parking lot that had nothing to do with them and made them feel like, oh nigga, we survived that nigga. They weren't even looking for you. Tell me when a nigga shooting at you.
Saying that right now?
You know what I'm saying? Not shooting in the parking lot. That don't mean you went through something. Nah, nigga looking for you. He pulled up to the club for you. That's a different feeling. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what you talking about is what I talk about with my brother. My brother, he wouldn't talk about shit. He been in and out of prison, but he don't talk about that shit. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I know he a go-getter. He do his shit. So, but like what you just stated was exactly what I think about him. Because if I talk about something, nah, bro, I don't want to talk about that. But he put it to the back burner. He don't want to talk about it because you want to forget them memories. Because obviously, because you've been through that type of shit, right?
And a lot of niggas don't know the responsibility as a rapper too. Like, like I tell niggas all the time, the responsibility of a rapper is like I gotta make phone calls sometimes to know what I can talk about. Right. You know what I'm saying? There was verses I spit, like, there's one that be like, don't want to see me blossom, nigga, gossip and spread eyes, got a quarter of my calendar, yeah, got transported, Nuremberg, Germany, first day of February, mama gave birth to me, wanted to be legendary, pops was in the military, so we moved around a lot, after Germany was over, I learned a lot, had to be quick and swift, learn to be vigilant, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to tell niggas, but there was certain type of lines and shit where I talked about, like, situations that we got through, why I didn't make a phone call, it's just okay. And the OGs that I know, like, we didn't fight. Niggas still doing time for that. So I gotta like take out that line. Right. That niggas don't understand it. Sometimes you really gotta make that phone call because you don't know what you're saying and you don't know what it's gonna affect. Especially now, because you can say something in your next that affect your case. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a domino effect.
Right. You know. So you want to have that respect, and then just too, like I tell people all the time, especially when you have an influence, it's a responsibility for you as a rapper just to stay fucking alive. Different. Like, nigga, don't be doing that dumb shit because niggas need you. Like, we still need it. We still need it. We still need it, though. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not blaming it for his time, but it's like, maybe.
It's my shit, so I just like, alright,
maybe if you wasn't there that day. Right. Where was your homies at to tell you, nigga, nah, I'm not there? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, nigga, that's a responsibility that niggas still need you. Hey, you know something? You put me on some shit, because I always drink my Crown Apple with Coke. But this, this Red Bull kind of hitting a little different. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm a little, I didn't think I was going to be a snazzy.
So everybody that's watching, y'all think I'm over here as hemp.
That's that good hemp.
Good old hemp, man. Delta 9, man.
Delta 9, that's it. You put me on that Delta 9.
There you know it.
Alright, so back to it. So now we can get into the shit. Now that we cleared the air, we talk some shit. Yeah. What's your next goal? Matter of fact, because people obviously when I say earlier, a lot of people don't know who you are, who I am, because every city's different. The world's bigger than our cities. Right. So what's HighStrung's goals? What do you want to achieve next?
So next, you know what I'm saying? I go for short term and long term.
Let's do that.
That's like the easiest thing to do. Yeah. But my short term goal is to obviously any project that I drop has been like a success, and I want to keep that going. I do an annual concert out here. I'm gonna do one this year too called FlyZone concerts. This will be our number 5. We always sell out. You know what I'm saying?
Dope. And make sure you get for the throw podcasts in there.
I definitely will. I want y'all actually. I'm saying this now on camera. I want them to actually do the interviews for all the artists that's gonna open up.
Exclusive. Let's do it.
Exclusive shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we doing the FlyZone concert. That's my next step. Is, you know what I'm saying, concentrate on that, get the album done, because what I want to do is at the concert, I always do new songs for the project that's coming. You know what I'm saying? And then at midnight the project drops.
Gotcha.
On social media. I mean on all platforms.
And that's your usual routine?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So at midnight everybody pulls out their phones, download the project.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it's gonna be an amazing look, you know what I mean? Especially this year, this album that I got, Rose from the Concrete, is getting ready to be an incredible album, man. It has everything it has all the elements that music is missing right now. It has music for the hustlers. It has music for the R&B lovers. It has music for the people that need to be inspired, to inspire the uninspired. You know what I'm saying?
Who do you do your projects for? Like for this specific project, Rose from the Concrete, who is it for?
It's for all the. You mean like the?
No, like when you make music and when you make this album.
I mean, I mainly make it for me and the people that can relate to me, because I always say that no matter who you are in this world, you have 100,000 fans. There are 100,000 Thrill fans. There are 100,000 HighStrung fans. There are 100,000 Paul fans outside of HighStrung that just like me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that everybody has their own type of fans. But Rose from the Concrete came from that. No matter what industry you in, there's always those roses, right? So you could think of basketball. We could think of everybody's name in the NBA.
Right.
But there are some players we just don't know. You know what I'm saying? But then when you think of the Michael Jordans, the Kobe Bryant, these are roses.
Yeah.
These are roses from the concrete. If I showed you a field of roses right now, and I told you to pick the one that I put a black dot on, you couldn't tell me. But if we was at your street right now, we look way down the street and we seen a rose in the concrete, we could see that shit. Right. Because it's a rose in the concrete. There's no way you can see it. You can see a Michael Jordan.
What inspired that? What inspired that name?
Because I felt like that you know, it's crazy. So two things. So I felt like that the first thing was I felt like that I become a rose in this city. Okay. And you know what I'm saying?
And the city, just for let you know, we're in San Antonio. San Antonio, everybody don't know.
And it's not about just being about San Antonio, because I feel like I'm an international artist. You feel what I'm saying? But,
as you should.
But I felt like that I become a rose. That when you mention hip hop here, you have to mention my name. And if you don't, then you're doing the city an injustice. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But I also got Rose from the Concrete. I did not know until somebody put me on. My friend, actually shout out to India, my best friend. She told me, she said, you know, Rose from the Concrete was actually created, that phrase was created by Tupac.
Yeah, that was my next question. I was going to ask you if that was the inspiration, but you already went to it.
He had a whole poem on Rose from the Concrete. And he had an album coming out, which was called that too as well. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that, you know what I'm saying? And I actually thought the phrase came from an older thing that Pac picked up. But Pac actually created Rose from the Concrete. And I did not know that. So
you took that right off my head, because that was my next question, because I thought that was a part of the inspiration, but you didn't even know about it.
Nah, yeah.
That's crazy.
And that's crazy. That's what I didn't know.
That's crazy.
And I grew up on Pac and Big, and you know what I'm saying? And so for me, you know, that was special. Right. That the fact that I thought of that and I didn't even know from Pac first. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because people try to correlate and put it together now, like, oh, you got that from Pac. Like, nah, I didn't know that.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
That I didn't even know that. That's funny.
So it was cool, man. It's you know, that's where the name came from. It's going to be an incredible album. And I know that a lot of artists get on, you know, podcasts or radio stations and be like, my album's going to be crazy. Like, nah, but look, I'll tell you the truth. Right. You know what I'm saying? Every album before Life and this one wasn't crazy. It was just good. You know what I mean? But these two albums, especially this album, Rose from the Concrete.
So how many albums? Let's give the viewers a little perspective. How many albums you dropped? And
so altogether, I got.
You just had 500. Excuse me. Didn't you say you just had 500 views or something?
Yeah, I had 500,000 streams and downloads on my last album. It went gold. You know what I'm saying? 500,000 streams and downloads again. You know what I'm saying? I got a platform from Spotify.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's lit. That's lit.
And that was an amazing feeling, because to go to my long-term goal is to win a Grammy. Anything I do after a Grammy is just a plus. If I quit music the day after I win a Grammy, then I've actually accomplished everything I wanted to do in music. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I want that is because it's an accomplishment. I do things for myself, not to flex for other people. You know what I'm saying? Like I bought my Benz with my music money, but I did it because I wanted to look out my blinds and be like, I did that when I was told I wouldn't be able to do that. Right. And for a Grammy, there's a lot of people that have Grammys right now. We never even heard their fucking music.
No, it's facts. That's
but
facts.
if you walk into my place and you see a Grammy and you never heard my music before, you know I wasn't given that shit, and you know I didn't steal it. Right. It's got my name on it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I was awarded that shit.
Right. No, as you
should. It's a lot of producers out here that we never heard of that got Grammys in their crib. So it's like, for me, I want to see that for myself. Right. And that's my long-term goal. So anything I do after music after that, if I win 2 Grammys, 3 Grammys, that's a plus compared to what all I wanted to do was win a Grammy. I could win a Grammy and quit music today.
See, it's dope you say that about like your achievements and just coming into a new city, because you said you've been here since 07. And like I feel the same way, and I always bring it back to what I originally said: the world is bigger than where you're from. Because there's some people that's super cocky. They don't want to get on stuff, and they want to charge people for this and that. I understand businesses. I understand everyone works as a business. I work as a business. Like I said, I'm new here, so artists, they're like, oh, they're trying to charge me. I won awards in my city. Like, see this right here? I won Latin Hip Hop Artist of the Year. My question is, you ever won a trophy in your city? So you trying to charge me, but you might get some. I'm just trying to do some collabs. Yeah, I just try to collab and network. That's what I try to do. But when they hit me with that, what I do is I look at the Spotify views, how much Spotify views you got, and then I look at the what you got in your city. Show me, and I'll be willing to pay. I'll be willing to pay, but just show me you doing better than me. I'm just trying to get both our names out there. Yeah. And then usually they're like, oh, I don't got it, because they be hating. I'm just saying, we don't gotta do a song, but if you wanna do it, we're gonna do it. That's how I usually look at shit. How do you go about when you go to collab with people and just straight up 100% being honest, how do you move when it comes to that?
It just depends, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I want them on a record, I let them know, like, well, I've been blessed enough too, like, a lot of people kind of know who I am, what I want on the record, so they don't really come at me with the price type shit.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And if they do, if I've paid for some people that I felt was worth it,
like you like
for being on the record, you know what I mean? And I know we're not homies, so I know what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got Kylie and Live Ola on the record, you know what I'm saying?
What's the name of that record?
Lone Star State Remix.
Alright, check out Lone Star State Remix.
It's got over like 40,000 views right now on YouTube.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? But we did a video and everything, and which was dope because at the time me and Kylie, we had been, I wouldn't call it beef, but we was at odds for like since '08. So we didn't really get along, you know what I mean?
Who, King Kylie?
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't really like mesh well, like. I can't even say.
Do you think it was the narrative of what people were spinning, or was it just not?
I think that people spun things differently, but I don't think I was as important in his world for people to spin, you know what I'm saying, things about me.
Gotcha.
But I know people would spin stuff about him and constantly try to get in my head like he's not this and he's not that, and I really don't care what you say about somebody. I want to see for myself.
Right.
And for me, you know, he only ever did one thing, and we talk about this. I don't want to stay on the subject, but, you know, long story short, Rick Ross had came to the town. My dog, Avar the Star, invited me out. You know what I'm saying? I went out to the concert, and he and Kylie was opening up for him, and he invited everybody to the back. When it came to me, he stopped me at the chest and said, I don't know this nigga. And I was embarrassed in front of like maybe 25 people, guys and females. And but what made Avar a friend is that he brought all his people back out and bought me 2 bottles, and we watched it from the top. He was like, if you can't go back there, none of us.
I'm not going to go back.
And
that's a true friend.
That's why Avar always be my dog. Like, I don't care how long we don't never talk or whatever. Like, he'll always be a good guy to my.
Shout out
Avar the Star. So you know what I'm saying. But again, that was a long time ago, and I've talked to Kyle since, and we've had great conversations. You know what I'm saying, and you know, I don't have a problem with him at all. You know, I want to put that out there. I don't have a problem with him at all. He's a dope dude. And we did that record, and it was a phenomenal record. It was a great record for the city to see.
This was after that.
This record happened maybe a year ago.
Oh,
2 years ago. And we
Lone Star State. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. YouTube.
They played it in all the clubs too. You know what I'm saying? And it's him featuring Live Ola, and Live Ola is a big person in the city that's helped put the city on with Third Degree.
I've heard of Live Ola. There's certain artists that I've like heard as just podcasting. I've heard of like that I didn't hear of before. Yeah. Like they're like it's consistency. Like when people come to the podcast, I already know certain people. I hear Kylie. I hear Live Ola. Yeah. I hear of Yoda. Yeah. I hear of Yoda a lot. But those are like main people that I hear of.
Which is my guy. Yoda has a very good heart. He's a good-hearted person.
I gotta get Yoda on here. I gotta talk to him. I haven't reached out yet, but I gotta talk to him.
He's a good-hearted person. He don't have no ill intent for nobody. He just want to see people shine. You know what I'm saying? You could be famous tomorrow, win a Grammy, all that. He'll show up to your after party.
What I like about him is that he actually posts like what he going through in life, and he posted and like his work, his everything. He just leaves that in the open. And a lot of artists don't do that. A lot of artists don't show you what they do on a daily, like on a job type shit. I'm like, damn, he really genuine.
I just fuck with him because his love is genuine. It's a lot of niggas that they love not genuine, and I can feel it even when you show me love.
Energy,
and it's cool. Like, you know what I mean? It's I don't have no. It's just I just know you're loving and genuine.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're just telling.
Well,
me
that goes back to what you were saying about the people that shake your hand and they go post some comments. Ha ha ha. He.
Yeah.
Like behind the scenes, like.
Nah, for real.
I see it all the time.
It's because like nigga, like to me, like you know, if I see a disrespectful post against some people that I ain't really gotta be cool with them, but I know you.
Right.
Like right now, somebody was like, "Hey man, fuck Thrillz and niggas ain't shit," right? And they put that on the post. I'm not even gonna like the post or even engage in the post because I've sat down and talked with y'all.
Right.
I fuck with y'all. So to me, you don't know how that could look.
Right. No,
even if people was like, "Well, I was laughing at the fact that they was even writing that." Okay, but nigga, but.
Right.
You have to explain that.
People, yeah.
If you don't even put nothing,
right.
You don't even have to explain it.
Right. No,
you know what I'm saying? That keeps you out of the loop.
Right.
So I felt like that the niggas that had to laugh, you know what I'm saying, that had something to say, it was like, damn nigga, like, what is so funny?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but it was cool though. Like, it wasn't something I don't want anybody to be mistaken that I'm mad at these niggas. Right. It's just I see what it is. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's what it is,
you
bro.
see the true colors. You see what's going on. Even your manager stepped in there. I seen the live. And
she went crazy.
Talk that
she went crazy.
I don't like to speak a voice behind the camera. But now, my thing was like, I'm born and raised here, so I've been here for decades. You know what I mean? So I've seen the ins and out of radio, marketing, dancing, everything you can think of, and everybody knows that. You know what I mean? People know when you say secret, she gonna speak the truth. And they know who I am and they know what I'm about, so they know what I come with. Right. And you know, I take it very seriously. If you say something about
you said you was born and raised out here?
Born and raised.
So yeah, you know the city.
I know the city. In and out. Gotcha. So my thing is like
our family history, right? I can't say it.
Oh shit. Well, you got the gangsters. You know
but people though.
Yeah. All I'm gonna just say is that like when I ride for you, period. And like my thing is what's strong is I've seen things that people don't see on cameras. I've seen it. So I can vouch. I'm there every second for 6 straight years plus. You know what I'm saying? So I know. So when you talk about him, you talk about me. Right. You know what I mean? That's how I take it. I'll take a bullet for him. No questions asked. So that's why I got defensive because we really care about the community.
At the end, on motherfucking phone.
I seen that's what I saw.
She's driving and snatched that video.
And I don't be on camera. Y'all see how I am. But I'm happy.
With the kid.
Yeah.
Where the kid went back and said, so I had a live feed on it. You know what I'm saying?
But that's because when you come from nothing and you've literally been living in the street and you have nothing and you're literally in the street, homeless, and you know what it is to have dirt, nothing, the community and the people mean something to you. Everything else is just a bonus and a blessing. So that's why it touched our heart.
I think for me though, it's like, bro, every nigga out here, I'm gonna say this on Thrillz right now.
We're your podcast exclusive. Let's get it.
Every nigga out here, whether you an artist or not, you niggas know me when I hit the stage. Even if you say you ain't never listened to my music, when they say the name HighStrung, you could put a face to my name. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, nigga, everybody that knows me know that you could come talk to me at any time. You can have a conversation with me, my nigga. You ain't gotta go on internet and pop your shit. If you feel a certain type of way, the nigga say that. But don't tell a nigga in the studio because you feeling hyped off your pills or your weed or whatever it is you on, or your drink, and you saying shit like, and nigga, fuck that nigga. If I see that nigga, I'm gonna say it to his face. And then when you see me,
they don't say shit.
When you see me, nigga, you say, oh, well, hey, nigga, you doing your thing. Don't do that. Say what you said. Keep that same energy, my nigga. I just want the same energy. That's all I want. Whatever you on, keep that same energy. Because for me, nigga, like, I'm gonna keep the same energy with you. If I don't fuck with you, you're gonna know I do not fuck with you. And you can always have a conversation. We are men. Right. We are men. Fuck the gangster shit. Fuck what you done in your hood. Fuck what you did in high school. Half you niggas is 30 now. Your high school days is over. Get over your heyday. It's over, nigga. Accept it. Your balling days is over. Stop that shit. Stop. Give up that dream, nigga. Your hoop dreams are over. Listen. If you feel some type of way, come to me as a man and tell me how you feel. I don't give a fuck how you want to tell me. If you need to yell, you need to get it out. Let's yell in a room and let's get it out. Let's get it out. Frustration, nigga. Get that shit out. But don't do that shit to where you pop it off on the internet. Right. And then you expect me.
Internet gangsters.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that. Don't feel comfortable behind the keyboard, my nigga. If you a real man, you're gonna come say it to my face and we're gonna have a talk. Now, I don't walk around with security and I'm hosting at Bentley's every day of the week. I'm not hard to find.
I got to come check you out. You every week?
Every week. Y'all need to come out there.
You gotta go.
I'm there Thursdays too. I'm pretty much there. What's the night? Yep, Thursday night.
Well, we gonna go. What time?
I'll be there at like 10:30.
Alright, we in there.
Sure. Yeah. Y'all with us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we in there.
Sure. Nah, no doubt. But this album though, Rose from the Concrete, I definitely want everybody to go out there and copy, man. It's got everything. It's got every element that you really need to hear, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all 30 tracks. 30 tracks.
30. Yo, that's old school shit.
Yeah.
That's old school.
But it's the reason why I'm doing it is because my last one had 22 and it went gold and people still felt like it wasn't enough. So I'm giving everybody 30 on this one. And the reason why I chose 30 is because for one, I'm not dropping another album for a while until it's a demand for me to drop another album. The only thing you'll get from me is singles.
What's the date for that drop for the people to know?
We don't have a date.
Oh, you're not yet.
We hoping for the end of July or early August, so that we'll see the times around the same time. But don't quote me, because it could be September, it could be October. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna rush this shit for people's satisfaction. We gonna take our time and deliver it how it should be delivered. You know what I'm saying? When you want your pizza delivered, you want it hot. You don't want that shit cold or mediocre. You want that shit good, ready, and hot.
Hey, when you're a rapper, you bring out the metaphors.
Straight up. So at the end of the day, I'm giving y'all that heat. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to enjoy this shit. I want you to sit in your car whenever you know you're gonna be taking a good little trip, or you're gonna be at the crib just chilling. I want you to pop this shit, let it play front to back, and I want everybody to tell me what you think. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me your honest, brutal opinion too. Don't give me that, oh, I fuck with HighStrung, I don't want to tell them the wrong thing. Nah, nigga, if it suck, you tell me it suck. And if it's hard, you tell me that shit hard. You know what I'm saying? Keep it 100 with me. I'm not afraid of constructive. I love constructive criticism. I love that shit. I don't shun away from it. When niggas be like, you alright, I'm like, that's what's up, what you like? When they tell me
what you don't like tell me if I fix that shit.
I'm in that hoe. I'm whatever you know what I'm saying. I guarantee, because in my mind, when I go back to that studio, I guarantee I'm gonna come out with a record that you gonna love.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
I fuck with that because me, as just everything I do, not just podcast, everything I do is, my brother will tell you, like when it comes down to shit, he'll tell me straight up, like, bro, alright, you need to step it up here. I'm like, alright, boom, let me do that. I don't argue, I'm like, you right, let me fix that. And what I do?
Go ahead and fix
I switch it, and a lot of people can't take that. We are very brief when it comes to that, because some people get offensive and they start spitting narratives and they start being like, nah, you just didn't hear it right, or nah, this is excuses. Me, I'm like, all right, cool. Let me set up this with my podcast next time. Let me do this with my music next time.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. Shout out Secret. How do y'all come about in this situation, and how do y'all form?
So Secret actually is a legend herself. A lot of people, I don't know if y'all know this, but she created a group called Unified Soul. Her and three other members.
Is that San Antonio based?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they actually worldwide. They done World of Dance. They've opened up for Michael Jackson's family.
Oh shit.
They've done shit that niggas could only dream of. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I've actually known her since 2010, but didn't know her. I just knew of her, and I knew of the dance group. And I'm very well respected in the dance community, you know what I'm saying? But I remember seeing her at this event that we both had. I was the only performer at the halftime. It was like a local celebrity basketball game.
Was this y'all first meet?
And I still hadn't met her.
I got you.
I just knew she was there. I knew everybody was there, and they did a dance. They killed it. And then I was the only performer at that dance. You know what I'm saying? At the event. Okay. And
what you was doing, music?
I was doing music. I was doing my. I
had to make sure you was. I don't know if you was dancing.
No. I'm no first rap, my brother. Hey man, you doing that? You might have me multi-talented, bro.
Y'all see the last picture going down the stairs at Benz?
There was a record called My Time Now that I had took off in the streets at the time.
My Time
Now? And I seen them dance, and I told my partner, I said, one day they gonna dance for me. You know what I'm saying? And 6 years later, 2016, I ended up contacting a friend of hers named Lala, who was in that group, Unified Soul. And I said, yo, remember when I always told you I needed you to dance with me? I'm about to do my first concert. This was FlyZone 1. Okay. We're on 5 now, so this is 1.
I remember you said 5.
So I was like, yo.
The one coming up is 5.
It's 5.
Okay.
So I said, yo, I want you to dance. She said, bro, I'm pregnant. I said, damn. Congratulations. I said, bro, I want to do the dance. But she was like, yeah, no, but she like, no problem. I'll call. She like, call my girl Secret. You know what I'm saying? She'll direct you on whatever you need. And the crazy thing is, I asked her the price. You know what I'm saying? I ended up paying for them to come dance for me because my friends had told me, they was like, bro, listen, I know you dope at rapping, but I don't care. They said, how many songs you perform? I said 14. They said, listen, I don't care how dope you are.
14 songs in one night?
Yeah.
Damn.
So they was like, I don't care how dope you are.
Even professional artists don't be doing that shit nowadays.
Yeah, I do like
Oxygen.
Bruh. What I do is
No, people don't know how much energy that takes.
Nah, for sure. Yeah. It's a lot.
Like real artists
but
know how
I want
much
to
that
give people a
takes.
full experience. So I picked 14 songs off the album that I really want you to hear. You know what I'm saying? And how I do is I split my concerts like I split my albums. I do a melodic intro, then I do hype songs, then I do R&B, then I end you with inspiration.
So how many artists got performing during that situation?
I only do like 4. I don't know what's saturated.
Gotcha.
I only do like 4, and it's the 4 that I felt that I picked that I felt was grinding hard.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That I didn't have no choice but no.
Who's the 4 that's coming for this one?
We don't have them yet.
Oh.
The only ones that I could honestly say. Yeah.
Oh shit.
And this is how I know FlyZone concerts became big, because people started posting. When we would post who the artists are, they were like, hey, I made it to the FlyZone concert. They was like acting like they made it to the Grammy.
Same venue? Or different
No,
venues?
I picked different venues.
Okay.
I always try to get
You got a venue for this one coming up?
We're working on it.
Oh, we're working on it.
We're working on it. Because the only reason why is because I try to pick venues that they just do not usually let local artists perform in.
Gotcha.
So people go in there and be like, how the fuck did he get this? Like the one that like Verde Lux.
That's normal. I see everybody perform that shit.
But before everybody used that,
you was on.
I was the first to ever sell that out.
Oh shit.
To this day.
So before it was popular. Because now every fly I see Verde Lux.
Before Verde Lux, it was called Breathe Lounge.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I hold the record for the most people in that club ever, still to this day.
Wow. That's crazy.
There hasn't been a person.
Do we have a number for that?
What for the
capacity is 3 something, but he surpassed that.
The capacity is 308.
Y'all gotta stop playing with HighStrung, man.
You know what I'm saying? 338 people.
And I'm sorry, I'm the voice behind the camera, but once again, I'm really proud of him because he sold his tickets at $50 a ticket, and that's not including VIP and bottles and everything.
And that was to give back the $25 went back to.
Oh, you talking about that big concert? Yeah, I was there.
The $25.
Was that last year?
Yeah, it went back to the Strong on Knowledge program.
Oh shit.
So a lot of ticket sales that we do, we give back to the programs to do more for the kids. So I sold my tickets at $50 and sold out. There's a lot of people that can't sell tickets for $10.
Not facts.
You know what I mean?
Yo, what's good, man? You already know what it is. You dig what I'm saying? It's the one and only impeccable HighStrung, man. The nigga putting it on for the city, you dig? Listen, man, make sure y'all follow me at official HighStrung on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on YouTube at youtube.com/HighStrung official. It's going down, man. You know what I'm saying? Episode 45, Thrillz Podcast.
What's good in the hood? This is For The Throw Podcast, episode 45. You already know what time it is. I am your host, MC Thrillz. I got special co-host, Los in the building. And I got our main guest, you already know, HighStrung. He's from Killeen, Texas, but San Antonio is where he reside.
You know what I'm saying? I'm out there K-Town, but you already know that Say-Town is what I hold down, you dig?
Let's go. Alright, any questions you want to shoot them, HighStrung?
Pretty much, man. I mean, we done asked so many questions, man. I mean, you sound like you done came from a lifestyle like me, very similar. Where you see yourself in the near future? 5 years from now, where you at?
You know what I'm saying? 5 years
Other than music, in general?
In general, life.
Yeah, man, I just see myself, you know what I'm saying, continuously trying to be the best dad I could be. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 daughters, shout out to Aria and Alyssa, you know what I'm saying? 2 incredible girls. People always tell me all the time they're so lucky to have a father like you, but nah, they make me look good. You know what I'm saying? They run my life.
That's
you know
a good
what I'm
answer.
saying?
That's a good answer.
I just look like that I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, but they teach me every day.
So you got 2 kids?
I got 2 girls. I got 2 daughters biologically, but I always tell everybody I got 3 because when I was with their mother, she had a child already named Aaliyah, and she's now 12.
And you treat her like no?
And I've been raising her since she was 3, and I treat her like my own. So I don't pick up my kids without picking up her. Only time I don't pick up her is if she's with her dad in the summers.
I respect
You know what I'm saying? But that's my daughter too. But nah, yeah, man, I love my babies. And obviously, you know what I'm saying, continuously growing in music, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the last album that I dropped was gold. I hope to go platinum. I hope to get a Grammy, you know what I'm saying?
I hope you do too. Like, I
appreciate it, bro.
I appreciate it.
And I just hope that people are receptive to what I'm trying to give. I want everybody to know out there that I know sometimes I talk, and I don't know if y'all take the way that I talk, maybe braggadocious or whatever, but I'm a humble guy, man. I just want you to be motivated off of what the fuck I'm doing. Just like the niggas before me that flex, I was motivated off the way that they flex.
Right.
I was motivated off of Jay-Z. I was motivated off of Meek Mill. I was motivated off of J. Cole. I was motivated off of Big Pac. I was motivated off these niggas that you know what I'm saying, that came with the flex. You know what I'm saying? Like my nigga Big said, young, black, ugly as ever. However, I stay Gucci down to the socks.
Yep.
Like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga embrace what niggas called him. Ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pop. You know, we was once two niggas at the same time. Quick to holler at a hoochie with the same line. You was just a little smaller, but you still bold.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I fuck with that because I got partners that I was like that with. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, Jadakiss. Shout out to Jadakiss. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm naming a lot of East Coast niggas, but I'm also from the South. Very much from the South. So obviously Pimp C was like a big heavy hitter for me. Zero, of course. Trey. You know what I'm saying? I got to give it up to Paul Wall just because of his perseverance of being a white boy in this industry and making a name for himself in the South. That's amazing to me. You know what I'm saying? To me, he's like what Eminem was to the East Coast. He's that to us in the South. He's our Eminem to the South. You know what I'm saying?
And I always see him working. He always working.
No, absolutely. So you know, I just wanna be when it's all said and done. I just want to be named as one of the greats when you talk. I don't care to be the greatest. I just care that you name me among them. You know what I'm saying?
See, you just basically named like top 10 of your mainstream.
Yeah, straight up.
Give me your top 5 in San Antonio.
Of all time or current?
It doesn't matter. It could be dead, alive, current.
Hey, everybody got woo.
Yo, you heard Fred behind the camera?
Alright, I give you my top 5. HighStrung. No, fuck you.
We gonna cut that.
No.
We gonna cut that into the clip.
I give you my top 5.
Wait, who?
I gotta say Sosa.
Sosa,
San Antonio.
Sosa, that's his rap name?
That's Sosa San Antonio. It's Sosa. But it's there for Sosa San Antonio. Okay. I got a name.
Nah, you put me on. I'm trying. Every time I ask that question, I learn off a new artist.
Nah, yeah, Sosa. His flow is fucking crazy.
You big on Sosa?
You gotta recognize the flow. The flow is crazy, and he makes dope music.
Yeah, cause this is how I figure out who I'm gonna get on. And
I got a name, Ken, also AKA Famous.
Ken what? Is that his rap name?
His name is Lil Ken Famous.
Lil Ken Famous. Okay.
Fire. You know what I'm saying? San Antonio.
Okay.
You got a name Kylie.
Oh yeah.
For the simple fact that Kylie has been the #1 artist, niggas know.
That's one name I always hear. Yeah.
Kylie.
Yes, sir.
Usually when people they don't even bring him in because they say he just on another level.
Yeah, like you got, but when you talk about the tone, you gotta mention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely gotta mention Live Ola.
Okay, that's another one I hear a lot.
Was a person that started Third Degree.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Third
was
Degree.
The reason why that was.
What's that Third Degree?
Yeah, Third Degree was like a label that started out here. You know what I'm saying?
With Live Ola.
With Live Ola
Okay,
and
gotcha.
Kylie actually got all the.
Oh, they was on the label together.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So
I didn't know
Kylie, Famous, and them was on the label together. Then Famous and Kylie started kind of having a shit going on, and then it was just Live Ola. Then Live Ola went to jail for like 10 years, and then came home. That's why he's doing so much shit now.
Got you. Okay.
But Kylie,
so you giving me and my viewers perspective.
Live Ola actually would have been what Kylie is now. But Kylie held it down
it was that
while he was down.
Got you.
So Kylie took it as a responsibility to be like, nigga, I'm gonna put on for the city.
And I seen it. Yeah, I seen you do that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we got fifth one.
If this is the last one. This is the last one. And
I feel like I know who you're gonna say.
man, it's so hard because there's so many different artists. Other than me, right? I can't.
All right, yeah.
Other than me,
other than you, yeah, because we.
Because I would have put myself on the 5. You feel me?
I feel like Yoda.
I think you said you was
I was
already.
thinking
But I gotta put Yoda.
Yeah.
I
See
feel
that?
like
I always
Yoda.
get every top 5. I heard Yoda. We gotta get you on Yoda. You get a lot of buzz out here, like.
I gotta put Yoda because.
Lil Yoda, right?
Yeah.
Lil Yoda.
Worst rapper in Texas.
Worst rapper in
Got
Texas.
you, yeah.
And I didn't know this.
No, I seen
I just recently found out that the reason why he called himself that is because his grandfather actually started a barbecue place that was really big in Texas, and the slogan for it was
Worst barbecue
in Texas.
Shit.
So
you know what's crazy?
he took that from his grandfather and was like, I'm the worst rapper in Texas.
You're the first
What
person
happens
that give us a perspective on why he says that.
Nah, most people want to go to, well, this nigga saying he the worst rapper in Texas.
Nah, I didn't
But
think
then
that.
when you go hear him, you hear he dope as fuck.
Yeah, nah, I didn't think that perspective. I knew it was something else.
Nah,
you don't call
yeah,
yourself
so-
that unless you. So I just seen a post where he put somebody else trying to name themselves the worst rapper in Texas.
Yes.
You seen that post?
And everybody defended him because they
I seen
knew
that.
they knew that everybody knows that that's Yoda's thing.
Yeah, I seen it. I'm like, yo, this guy got buzz. Like they all posting that. Boom, boom, nah, it's Lil Yoda, Lil Yoda. I'm like, yo, he got a buzz.
Nah, he definitely got it. But you know, Yoda mastered the art of truly being an artist.
When your name Yoda, when your name Yoda, you better master some shit.
Nah, no, for sure. But a lot of people don't know. He mastered the art of truly being an artist. Yoda figured out that I need to be myself before I become an artist. See, a lot of niggas create this fictional character to be an artist, and they're afraid to be themselves because they feel like their story ain't
They gotta be that character, right?
They feel like their story ain't enough. So they gotta create this character. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it's certain artists, like I consider myself in Yoda, where it's like, even if you look at the character HighStrung and the character Yoda versus whatever his real name is, you know what I'm saying, and my real name, it's not much different.
Gotcha.
The only difference is one raps and one lives the life.
Gotcha.
See, HighStrung is just the reporter of the news. Paul lives the life. Paul lives the day to day. HighStrung tells the story. You know what I'm saying?
Music.
Paul survived that gunshot. HighStrung told the story. HighStrung didn't survive them gunshots.
Right.
Or that shit that was going on during the hood at that time. Paul did.
Right.
But Paul tells HighStrung and HighStrung delivers the story.
That's dope.
That's the difference.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of these news reporters you see on TV, they ain't never been through the hood, but they can tell you everything that happened in the neighborhood.
Right, they can tell you this.
You know why? Because they were reported.
Right.
They were given a piece of paper that tells them what happened in this neighborhood.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
What was it? P. Diddy and Suge Knight. Yo, come over here to For the Thrill podcast, man. Y'all can tell your story, man. Ain't no dancing in them videos.
Ain't no dancing in the videos.
Ain't no fucking holding your shit back. HighStrung said he coming to For the Thrill podcast and talking shit, and he talking shit.
I talk my shit. Niggas know what it is with me too. Like I'm solid, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just tired. It gets to a point where you start putting in so much work. You work so fucking hard, and you doing this for the people. I do this for y'all. Everything I do in the studio is for y'all. Everything I do on that stage is for y'all. Everything, me going to New York, that wasn't for me.
That's for you.
Nigga, that was for y'all. And for people not to recognize it, and for y'all to keep shunning it, it's hurting my fucking feelings.
Damn.
I'm a real nigga that wear my heart on my sleeve, and that shit is hurting my fucking feelings. Start recognizing who the real artist that's gonna represent your city, bro.
What can you tell San Antonio, like something that they never heard from you before that you want them, like literally to know? Something you want them to know that you never said before on no podcast, no rap, anything.
Okay, bet. I gotta say this. You know what I'm saying? This is something I've never told on a podcast ever in my life. But bro, listen. I fucking put everything I got from arguing with my manager that y'all just heard talk. Y'all don't see the arguments. Y'all don't see the fights. Y'all don't see the blood. Y'all don't see the sweat, and y'all definitely don't see the motherfucking tears. And I don't want y'all to see that shit because that's none of y'all business.
Facts.
But what y'all do need to understand is, nigga, we do this shit for y'all. I'm telling you right now, I've never told no podcast this, but nigga, I've cried. I've shed blood. You know what I mean? I've fucking sweated in that studio, sweated on them stages. I remember performing in front of 3 motherfuckers who only paid for my tickets. 3 motherfuckers in the crowd and gave them a concert like it was 1,000 motherfuckers in the crowd. And now I'm selling out shows.
Let's go.
I'm saying this not to brag, but it ain't an artist out here that's selling out shows like I'm selling out shows. It ain't an artist out here that's not working a fucking 9 to 5.
Let's go.
And getting paid like I'm getting paid to do what I do.
Let's go. Talk that shit.
So I'm not saying this to brag. I'm hoping that you see this as inspiration. I'm hoping that you get past the hate and really understand that the more you hate, the less you become significant. You know what I'm saying? If you spend half the time you want to hate on a nigga that's doing well, and putting that into your own career, you could be standing eye to eye with that nigga on them same stages.
Let's go.
You could be nominated with that nigga in that same category.
Let's go.
But you rather hate and sit on your couch like everybody else. You know what the niggas that didn't win the championship, like Denver just won the championship, you know what they doing? They sitting on the couch watching Denver celebrate. They sitting on the fucking couch watching Denver celebrate. The niggas that had no superstars, just a young fucking team that was hungry. They was hungry. And they won the fucking championship. You know where LeBron is? On the fucking couch. I love LeBron, but you know where he is? On the couch.
Dang.
At the end of the day, you got to get past that name LeBron and understand that a championship is a championship at the end of the day. It don't matter what your fucking name is. And Jordan understood that. And that's what makes him Jordan. It ain't what he did. It ain't the 6 rings. It ain't the moves that he made underneath the basket. Right. It was the fact that he understood that Michael Jordan name don't fucking matter. Wins matter. I don't care if I'm playing the front or the background. The background don't matter. I could play the background. I played the background before I learned how to play the front. You know why I play the front so well? Because I played the background long enough.
As you should.
I don't care about being the forefront. If Yoda, whoever, blow up tomorrow, bro, I'm behind you.
Represent.
Just leave that gate open.
Let's go.
When you walk through that gate, leave that bitch open. I'm coming through. You dig what I'm saying? That's what it's about. It ain't about trying to be the man. You niggas trying to be the man. You trying to be the king. Watch a movie. Watch King Arthur.
What happens to the king?
Watch anything that happens to a king. Every king that you ever seen in any movie get their head cut off at the end. The king never lasts. It's always a new king. Watch any drug dealing movie. You know what I'm saying? Watch New Jack City. The nigga died at the end. Yeah. He wasn't shit. Wesley Snipes ended up a bitch at the end. He got killed by an old man.
Crazy.
You dig what I'm saying? What I'm saying to y'all is stop trying to be the man and be a man. Stop trying to be that bitch and be a woman. You understand what I'm saying?
San Antonio, y'all listen? Y'all listening to
That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. And anybody that disagree with this conversation, I'm saying it right here on Thrills. We can debate it. We can debate it. We can have a conversation about it.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm at Bentley's. I'm hosting.
We out there tonight.
Thursdays through Sundays. Whatever you need, I'm there. Come talk to me. It ain't gotta be a physical thing every time. Sometimes it's a conversation.
Yeah. Conversations every day.
We men. We grown. You know what I mean? Let's have a conversation, man. Thrills.
Let's go.
Fuck with the thrills.
I appreciate you, my boy. Hell yeah. Big facts. Cheers.
Damn, is that some water?
Nah, ranch water. It is water. It's some ranch water. We getting my boy spit some facts right now.
That's special because I ain't never seen him spit that on no podcast.
Oh shit!
That's real.
From Secret in the background, she said she never heard it. That's exclusive for this.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, and everybody that know me, any podcast that already had me on, y'all know I've never talked like this on any of your podcasts. Nope. So don't try to cap, don't try to front, don't try to say, oh, he talked like that on my podcast. No, I didn't. I talk like that right here. You know why? Because Thrills is doing what the fuck they supposed to do. If they wasn't, then I would have said it. But these niggas is doing what they supposed to do. They for the culture. San Antonio, if you're not paying attention to Thrills right now, you fucking slipping on your own. You need to wake the fuck up.
Let's go. What we cheering to? What we cheering to?
Listen, man, we cheering the success.
Success?
We cheering for the culture. We cheering the Thrills and we cheering the FlyZone.
Let's go.
Big Baller AAT.
Let's go. Let's go.
Big Baller AAT. I stamped that.
Look, check it out. Look,
we are big ballers in this nation. One nation.
What's good in the hood? This is For the Throw Podcast, episode 45. We in this bitch. I'm here, your host, MC Thrillz. We got special co-host, Los in this bitch.
Hello.
Los.
Now we got the main guest, HighStrung.
HighStrung, man.
FlyZone. What is it, FlyZone Entertainment?
FlyZone Entertainment. It basically means that no matter how you choose to live your life or no matter what you choose to do in life, as long as you know that you fly, that's all that matters. FlyZone.
Facts. Let's talk about that. So, what made you come up with the name FlyZone, and how did that come about?
So it's crazy. Big shout out to my dog Sean Lewis, who's at my apartment right now, probably eating up all my fucking food. You know what I'm saying? My guy told me one time, he was like, "Damn nigga," he was like, "Yo, you need to be in your." He was like, "You know what? You need to call your shit FlyZone because you stay fly, nigga. You need to call your shit FlyZone." And I thought that shit was corny as hell when he first came up with it. I said, "Nigga, that shit's stupid." And then he was like, "You need to have." You remember that movie Grease?
Lightning?
The T-birds and the T.
Yeah, Grease Lightning.
And the T-ladies.
Yeah.
And the pink ladies.
Uh-huh.
So he was like, you need to have some FlyZone boys and some FlyZone girls.
How did that work?
And we, you know what I'm saying? We did it for a little while. We created some jackets and some girls rocked it, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we was being niggas. We was doing what we do, so we ended up smashing the FlyZone girls, and then shit got crazy, and then they just ended up going away. But the bottom line is FlyZone stayed. You know what I'm saying? FlyZone stayed, and it was crazy because it felt like it was right. And no matter what, bro, anytime you step out your house, no matter what career you have, or no matter where you're trying to go in your career, if you don't think you fly, you're never gonna get there. If you don't think you fly, when you walk in that, when you step into that mirror in the bathroom, or you step into that full body mirror that you got in your room, and you look at yourself and you be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to fuck them up today at the bank. Preach. Or I'm about to fuck them up today at the, you know what I'm saying, at the career that I'm at. I'm about to fuck them up as a lawyer today.
And you know
what? See what I'm saying? That's what being fly in your own zone is. You can't get nowhere in your future if you don't feel you fly.
So
and you gotta be in your own zone.
So you're the only one, as I know, it could be other people, the only people in San Antonio that went on Shady 45. Is there anybody else?
Shady 45. Nobody.
I don't think I heard nobody.
Nobody.
My boy,
nobody.
Nobody. Right?
Nobody.
Let's talk about that. How was that experience?
What Keith Sweat say? Nobody. Nobody.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? That's straight up.
Talk to them. How was that experience? How did that go?
Man, that was dope. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I want to let everybody know their real experience. Because I don't want to try to act
Shout
like...
out to the haters, though.
I don't want... Shout out to the haters. I don't want to let them know it's glitz and glamour. Like, it was hard.
Right.
Shade 45 turned us
You told
down.
me 3 years. What was it? 3 years?
3 years. 3 years. It took 3 years. It took 2.5 years. 2.5 years to get on that radio station. And that's something... Shout out to Secret, my manager, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out to my manager.
Do you manage podcasts for Thrill Podcast?
I want to let y'all know that right now that I would not be as far as I am if it wasn't for Secret. You know what I'm saying? She's a dope individual.
Let's go.
She has a good heart. She deals with my bullshit. You feel me?
Let's go.
So with that being said, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, to be on that radio station was crazy because people think sometimes like, oh, he was on Shade 45, he paid for that shit. That's the way of hating because they don't want to feel like I actually earned it. No, nigga, I actually earned that shit. Secret tried to get my shit on there for 2 years and they said no. They said my numbers wasn't right. They said he ain't the type of artist that we want on the station. All that shit. And she grinded, she hustled. You know what I'm saying? Even the main dude that we was cool with, shout out to my dog. Keep it quiet, but shout out to my dog.
Keep it kosher?
She said he actually didn't really, and I love this nigga, but he actually stopped paying us so much attention.
Why?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because I blame myself for this, but I told Secret, keep hitting them up. And she has
day basis?
Yeah, she has her own strategic way of doing things, and I made her step outside of her comfort zone
Gotcha.
to do things, and it didn't work. And we thought we lost the connect that we had over there because of me. You know what I'm saying? So I put
That's what you thought at first.
I put that, yeah.
Gotcha.
So, you know, and then, you know, we get ready to drop this next album after the first one done, 500,000 streams and downloads.
500,000.
500,000, half a million.
Right now.
And she tells me, Gray keeps, you know, asking, what questions you have, what this and that. I said, yo. And she said, I think he might interview you. Now I was excited.
Who's this? Who y'all talking about?
This guy, you know what I'm saying? His name is Gray. He's a very exciting guy. He's dope. He's a very solid individual.
Okay.
He's from New York. He's from the Bronx.
Okay.
Shout out to Gray Rizzy.
Shout out Gray.
Gray Rizzy.
G-R-A-Y, Gray.
G-R-A-Y Izzy. I-Z-Z-Y.
Okay.
Dope dude. Shout out to my dog Gray Rizzy.
Okay.
And he interviewed, you know what I'm saying, us and treated us with the royalty treatment. Walked in, HighStrung was on a billboard.
Yeah?
When I walked in.
NYC?
You know what I'm saying? NYC.
Damn.
In the middle of Manhattan. HighStrung was on a billboard, bro. I walk in, I almost want to shed tears. Then I walk in, it's an actor there from The Shy, the show, The Shy.
Shy, okay.
It's an actor there. My personal assistant come out, talk to me first. HighStrung, we almost got you ready. Do you need anything? Complimentary waters, whatever. Like, yeah, actors looking at me like, who the fuck is this nigga? This nigga, I'm the actor. They looking at me like, they called me to the back. We do the interview, man. It was a dope interview. I really got a chance to express myself. Anybody that knows Great Rizzy and Sway and all them guys at Shade 45 know that they give great interviews. They ask the right questions.
How you feel about it? How was your genuine stance on the interview? How was it?
Man, it was dope. I felt like he asked all the right questions in
Did
such
you
a
know
brief time.
the city was gonna hate?
I didn't know.
You didn't.
I thought.
But afterwards,
I thought that the city was gonna pick it up. I thought for
you thought they were gonna be receptive.
I thought they was gonna be respected and receptive.
I'm curious. What was the hate?
The hate was that this is what it was.
The audience want to know. The audience want to know.
I'm just curious. My bad. I'm just curious, y'all.
Los, the fact that the hate is that, for instance, right?
Talk about it.
I'm gonna give you two
examples. It's for the throw podcast. You say whatever the fuck you want.
This is my nigga Young D. The nigga Young D, right? He came here tonight. You can't see him on camera right now.
Young D, you got a shout out, my boy. You're not even on camera. You got a shout out.
Hold on. He came here tonight and he didn't know who HighStrung was.
No, he didn't.
That's a problem for me. Because I was on Shade fucking 4 or 5. You understand what I'm saying? Young D
because I just met you in person.
Listen, Young D, it's not your fault.
Hey, for y'all don't know, we got behind the scenes. We got behind the scenes people on
It's the media's fault. You understand what I'm saying?
You're right.
It's not your fault. Because you had been on the internet. You on the internet all the time, sure.
Young D.
Had I been exposed, my nigga Los, I bet him tonight.
What you said? What you say? Cause Thrillz what?
Because the media is lies. They're all lies.
Oh, they're media lies. But how you know HighStrung tonight?
So you
that's for the Thrill podcast?
No, he only heard of me tonight.
Yeah.
I know, because of who? For the Thrill podcast?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And then on top of that, like it makes sense now because you from the Tone, right?
I'm originally from
Killeen.
But I've been holding down the Tone since 07.
I used to stay in Killeen, like by Frisco. I used to go to.
But what I can tell you, D, is that what you see is smoke and mirrors. It's no other nigga that's put on for your city more than me. I promise you.
I appreciate it.
Young D.
We appreciate that. And then my hat's off to
Yo,
you.
we talking behind the scenes. This is good shit because Young D ain't know he was here. He ain't know Young D was gonna pop up.
And
so
you talking to the Prince. You know what I'm saying? Like
I respect it.
Shit, Prince Libra, aka Young D's, gonna make it do what it do. My hat goes out to you. You put on for the Tone, kid.
Hey, let's get it.
Love.
You know what I mean? 210 to the fullest. You did.
All right, yeah, we smoking that. Yeah.
But the fact is that the
Yeah.
media is scared to put a real nigga on.
Now I'm gonna keep it real. Like
You
you,
know
were
what I'm
saying,
saying?
what? But why though? Why?
It's because they
Why?
feel like in some type of way they're gonna get left behind. When if they gave a real nigga a chance, they would understand that wouldn't happen.
So what's the problem?
That
Like,
needs to be
all
a-
right, if they got you on their podcast, what's the problem compared to you getting on my podcast? What's the problem? Why they don't want you to say what you want to say?
I don't have.
I'm trying to figure
You
shit
know what's
out.
crazy? I have no idea.
Me
Why
neither.
Ozzy World?
What is it?
Why
that you
these
wanna
other?
say?
Why
What is
why views from the Tone won't let me go on? What's crazy to me?
But there is
now I can't speak
a
on,
situation.
now what I can't speak on Ozzy World is that I don't know. I've chopped it up with the nigga. I've talked to him personally.
But
But I don't know the nigga and I don't have a problem with the nigga. But the problem I have is that you haven't even asked me to be on your show, and I'm the one that's really putting on. These other niggas is doing 98.5. I'm doing Shade 4.5. You understand what I'm saying?
Listen.
98.5.
That's
Shade
a big difference.
45.
Shade 4.5. They had Live Oda. They even had DJ 007 who produced a record on this new album for me.
But not you.
But not me.
But hold on, did you reach out to them? You don't have to, but
What
I'm
I
just
do?
asking a question. Did you reach out to them?
I haven't yet.
The conversation.
But the conversation that we had, you know what the nigga told me when I had a personal conversation with
You want
him?
to keep it high on the tape?
You know what the nigga had a personal conversation with him? And shout out to my girl Mouse and my dog Kenny Rios, aka K Dog. That's my family.
What did they tell you?
This nigga told me.
Who, the owner of Pussy World?
No, Mozzie World, the owner.
Okay.
That's what this nigga told me. He said you could be on my rap session of it, like not an interview, but you come and rap on my shit.
Why?
Nigga, bars is I don't.
No, what I'm saying, but why he put you in that category?
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Again, I don't know. It's like, nigga, why did you do that? And this isn't no disrespect.
So, wait,
this is real shit.
Yeah, no, keep it real.
Listen, Mozzie
100%.
World. No, I want to be real. Mozzie World. I don't have a fucking problem with you. I'm just saying, when you talk about putting the tone on, don't say you doing that and then bring on artists who's not doing that. We gotta talk about the facts. Facts is bigger than fiction. If we want to talk about who you think putting on the tone, that's okay. Say that. But don't say you not putting on the tone. You putting on the tone and not mentioning me. You can't mention hip hop in this motherfucking city without mentioning HighStrung.
Say that again. Say that again.
You cannot mention hip hop in this motherfucking city without mentioning HighStrung. A lot of you niggas that's doing concerts right now is because of me. Some of you niggas that have podcasts right now is because of me.
Let's go.
Stop playing with me.
Hey, yo, again, what I said for
I love every single person that's got love for me. But if you don't got love for me, then have a fucking man conversation with me. This is Thrillz podcast.
Let's get it, baby. We out here.
We talking real shit. I hope you fucking listening. Y'all niggas lucky my phone fucking died.
Damn.
You dig what I'm saying? Because you niggas on my fucking social media would have heard this shit.
They talking that shit, huh?
You dig what I'm saying? I'm being real with y'all, bro. I'm not mad. I'm cool. I'm having fun. I just drank my last drink. I'm having a great time. I spoke some him. I'm good. I promise you. This isn't anger. This is me speaking real to y'all, bro. I love this fucking city. You know what I'm saying? You niggas really think that bars is gonna help you? Then get in the studio. Do better than my last album. Cause you still gotta do better than my last album. I got another album coming out. You dig what I'm saying? When you niggas is able to buy a Benz off your album, then tell me.
Wait, say again?
When you able to buy a Benz
Wait, you bought a Benz off what?
off my album.
Yo, I don't think they heard you.
Let me know.
I don't think they heard you.
Let
You
me
bought a
know.
Benz off your album?
Let me know.
Golly.
Let me know.
He said he bought a Benz off their album. Yo, what y'all still working at McDonald's?
I'm gonna calm down now. I'm gonna calm down.
We got HighStrung in this bitch. He keeping it
I
real.
want to speak a background voice real quick.
Yeah, secret in the
I
background.
want to shout
Hey,
out Shade
close
45 real quick, only because for me, the way I move as a manager is when it comes to my artists, is I want everything to be organic.
They put it on her.
Oh, no.
She don't.
Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
You
You're
gotta
fine.
close
You're
it
fine.
out.
No, you're fine. Fine. You're fine. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. Is I want everything to be organic and pure. And what I loved about Shade 45 was that, you know, they saw the grind, they saw everything that we were putting in, and even though, you know, we were working towards a possible interview, the fact that they reached out organically and wanted to interview because they saw the hard work being put behind for the community and for things that were, you know, that he was doing as a label and as a team, that's what made it a more proud moment, because it was like, we didn't pay for it, we didn't do any of that.
Genuine. It was organic.
Yeah, he reached out because he wanted the interview, because he saw something in HighStrung.
Great guy.
You know, one thing he said behind the scenes was, I interviewed Nipsey, I interviewed Lotto, I interviewed Cardi, excuse me, and now I'm interviewing HighStrung. That was really big to me because that was really big to me.
He put you in the
They're not gonna
category.
give you that love, but
So, yeah.
I'm gonna give you that love.
And it made me sad because our own city with the podcasts, you know, a lot of people, they know who they are. You know, not once had they shown love for the stuff that he's done for the community, but they were quick to jump on a screenshot of someone talking mess, and they didn't highlight the good
Girls
things
gonna
for
show
the
you
community.
love. Fourth Thrill Podcast is gonna show you love.
That's all.
What I say, I'm gonna let you air it out, right? I'm gonna let you say what you gotta say.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. And like I said, I'm the type, I don't regret nothing I
So
said.
he said he don't even know you. He wants to support you.
Nah, I appreciate that, bro.
You support me, I support you.
I
That's
said,
how we do
I
it.
said what I said. I don't, like I said, when I started this podcast, I said I don't regret nothing I say. I feel like everything I say was from my heart, and I don't mean no ill intent in anything that I say.
As you shouldn't.
You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, bro, when you put in so much work for other people, and it's because what happens is when you start working for other people and you start putting in so much work for them, they start thinking that it's an obligation for you. No, nigga, this is a privilege. I don't have to do this. I can stop rapping tomorrow and do something else.
You chilling.
And do something else. You feel me?
But it's about the bro. It's
and
crazy
niggas need to
because a
understand
lot of people
that.
don't know that they can get paid for this shit and be chilling.
Exactly. But imagine the inspiration that the greatest form of human act that you can give somebody is inspiration.
Big fact, motivation, inspiration.
Money ain't enough. You could give somebody money, but they gonna go broke trying to spend it. You could teach somebody how to get money,
Right.
and that ain't never gonna go broke. What's better? That I give you $1 million or I show you how to get it? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I can
Show
give
you
you
how to get it.
If I got $30 million, I can give you $1 million right now. It won't hurt me.
Right.
But what is gonna help you? All you gonna do is spend $1 million and then ask me for some more.
Right.
But if I show you how I got the first million,
Different story.
now you ain't never gonna go broke. I just gave you value that you will never receive again. You see what I'm saying?
So
and
HighStrung, this is a question I ask everybody before we close out our podcast. What is your thrill? It could be personally, musically, whatever the fuck you feel. It could be a kid. It could be whatever. How do you feel? What is your thrill in life?
I gotta say 3 things. My kids, money, family. And family could be friends that became family.
Okay.
It don't gotta be my
You
blood.
don't gotta be. Okay.
I got cousins right now I don't trust, and I got friends that I call my best friends that I trust more than my family.
Yeah.
Family ain't about blood. Family is about who you can trust and who is loyal.
Big facts.
You understand? Family is about, if I was high-strung, winning a Grammy, or if I was high-strung living on the streets,
Let's go.
are you still my family?
At the
That's
end of the day.
family. It don't matter what I do.
At the end of the day.
Those are my
I
guidelines.
respect that.
You know what I'm saying?
You got a question for my boy HighStrung before we close it out?
I mean, pretty much, man. I mean, stepping forward in your life, man. I mean, it looks like you got things planned out. I mean, shit. Is there anything holding you back at this moment?
Nothing holding me back.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? If y'all mind if I share one more thing on
Bro, you can
Thrills
share whatever the fuck you want. It's for the Thrill Podcast. I told you this.
that I never shared before.
Never? Exclusive?
Never.
For the podcast exclusive, man.
And I wanna-
we got a secret we laughing,
But
right?
real shit, I want everybody to listen to me on this.
Ooh, this sounds more than I ever heard of.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah? It's the most?
Last night was probably the most what do you call it? Interventional. You know,
Last
intervention?
night?
Interventional
Yeah.
night
Okay.
I've ever had. I shed a tear because I watched my daughter sleep last night. It's been a long time since I seen them sleep peacefully. My daughters are very comfortable. They think their daddy's the best.
As they should.
And I shed a tear last night because though I'm doing so well now, I constantly worry about will I continue to do well for them.
That's deep.
They sleep peacefully in my bed. But
That's what you do this for, right?
But would they do that forever? And I think for me, that was the most liberating but scariest moment of my life. It wasn't a moment, it ain't a moment I could fight. It ain't a moment I could pull my gap.
Right.
It ain't a moment that I could, that literally has to come from me.
Within, huh?
Within. And that was the scariest shit ever. And I wanted to share that with Thrills today because
Appreciate you.
if you're a parent out there, you understand if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You understand if you're not grinding like 100%. If you're giving it 70%, stop giving that shit a okay.
Get 100%, right?
Give that shit 100%. Maybe 100% mean you can't chill with your friends for 2 months. Maybe 100% mean you can't.
Yeah, HighStrung, talk that shit.
You can't do what you want to do. It's okay. You'll be able to do what you want to do when you see them walk across that stage of graduation. You'll be able to do what you want to do when you be able to see them get that degree.
Right.
You'll be able to do what you want to do when you see them have a job and they ain't asking daddy for no more money.
What?
You understand what I'm saying?
Keep it real. Keep it real.
That was a wake up moment for me. I love rap. But if I can't rap tomorrow because I gotta feed my kids, I'm sorry, y'all. For those that love me and love what I do,
right?
I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yo, let's go.
You know what I'm saying? And,
Let's go.
I hope that y'all really take heed to this new album. And I hope that y'all
Rose from the concrete.
Rose from the concrete.
Let's go. Let them know what
Because I am a rose from the concrete. You can name a lot of rappers in San Antonio, but I'll be damned if you don't know who HighStrung is.
Huh? Say that again. Say that again.
I'll be damned if you don't know who HighStrung is. You the fool. You live under a rock.
Fool. What's that? Young T?
Mr. T.
Mr. T.
You live under a rock
fool.
if you don't know who I am. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Thrillz.
I appreciate
before I get out of here. Shout out to Thrillz for allowing me to come on here and be as vulnerable as I wanted to be. Y'all gonna judge me off this, I know you are.
Fuck that.
I know how you are. I know how you all are. You all gonna judge me and it's cool.
The city?
The city.
Uh-huh.
The rappers.
Let them hate.
The rappers that ain't where they
I
want
want
to
to shout out the podcast. It's gonna be mad at
the
us.
rappers that want to be HighStrung.
We got shout out the podcast. Let them know we here too. For the dope podcast in this bitch.
The rappers that want to be HighStrung, the rappers that envy what I'm doing. I know you're gonna write about this. I know you're gonna talk about this. I know you're gonna say this nigga's sensitive. He did too much. It's cool. I understand.
You feel like you talked about everything you want to talk about?
I talked about everything I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
You know what I mean?
Interview a manager.
And I appreciate y'all for even listening. If you real nigga, if you're a real bitch,
Do me a favor, shout out my state. Shout out Jersey for me.
Shout out Jersey, man. South Jersey. South Jersey to be exact.
CMD.
South Jersey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's go.
South Jersey, you feel me?
Big Jersey.
Make sure big Jersey, you know what I'm
Big
saying?
Jersey.
Actually, shout out to my nigga Arsenal.
Huh? Oh, Arsenal.
I know Arsenal. I met him in Austin. Shout out to Arsenal. That nigga disrespectful when it comes to them rhymes. You know what I'm saying? He don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga, man. But nah, real shit. I appreciate y'all, man.
I appreciate you.
Thank y'all for having me today. We finna go out.
You can spend your last
Y'all. Go to business. Turn the fuck up.
Again, for the Thrill Podcast, episode 45. I ain't your host, MC Thrillz, special co-host Low. He's about to be this shit moving forward.
But yo, we gotta get no side here. We good. He don't know it yet. But this nigga moved here today.
That's it. It's a wrap. It's time. It's time.
You know what I'm saying? This nigga loves. Let me tell you something. Listen, y'all know me too. I don't fuck with a lot of niggas. But let me tell you something. You come at these niggas, you came at your boy, and you know what it is when you come at your boy. You better have an army. You better have an army. Cause you know what I'm equipped with. You know what I'm saying? I got niggas from Killeen. I got niggas from motherfucking San Antonio, Dallas, Houston, wherever you want it. We coming.
We in this bitch.
You feel me? You know what it is.
Shout it out.
Yeah, I respect that, yo. I appreciate you fucking with us.
Straight up.
Texas.
Yo, For the Thrill Podcast, episode 45. Y'all know what time it is.
45.
Yeah, let's go.